Hello YouTube, it's your girl Yandy. Thank you once again for stopping by to another video of mine. We are about to have another great time. This is going to be full of information, important information, especially for people who have student loans like I do. So I'm going to go over the public loan forgiveness program, the updates that they currently have, and what to expect coming February 1st. So stay tuned, guys.
How y'all feel out there?
I'm light years, call me eons. When the snare kick in, the beat is neon. Lights, yeah, I'm feeling magnificent. Care less what I'm up against. Yeah.
First thing first, what is the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program? Well, if you are employed by the U.S. federal, state, local, or tribal government, or a not-for-profit organization, you might be eligible to participate in the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. The PSLF program forgives the remaining balance on your direct loans after you have made 120 qualifying monthly payments under the qualifying repayment plan while working full-time for a qualified employer. If you are working for any of the companies that I mentioned, you may be eligible to go under a repayment plan that after 120 payments, that is a total of 10 years, you'll be eligible to get the remaining balance of your student loan forgiven. To participate in this, again, you must be employed for a qualified employer. You must be working full-time. What they consider full-time is working 30 hours or above. You must have a direct loan or consolidated your federal student loan into a direct loan. And you must have repaid your student loans under a qualified repayment plan. So I'm going to go into what is the qualified repayment plans. There are four, that is the main four that students normally fall under. Is the revised pay-as-you-earn repayment plan, the pay-as-you-earn repayment plan, the income-based repayment plan, which is the one that I'm on, and the income contingent repayment plan. If you had one of these repayment plans, you basically, every time you make a payment, it is going towards your 120 payments to eventually get your student loans forgiven. Qualifying payments, of course, this program was set under the Obama administration, October 1st of 2007 being the first month that they would consider these payments. So if you have been making payments since then, most likely you are aware of this program. But if not, there is a program out there if you are working for a nonprofit, if you're working for a federal, state, local, and tribal government, you should look into this. Now, there have been some changes to the public service loan forgiveness program. So before, you would have, the only way you would get credit is that, one, you would have to be paying your student loan under a qualified repayment plan, as the four that I mentioned. And then you also had to make the full amount that was owed for the month, and it couldn't be no later than 15 days. So now there have been a great update, and I really want students to be aware of that. Most likely, if you are under this program, you either have gotten an email notification or have seen something from social media, from online, letting you know that there have been some changes, some more relief to students. So basically get their student loan forgiven. So before, I'm going to go over basically the difference from before and the update that is going on right now. So before, remember, your payments had to be under a direct loan. So you had to consolidate all your loan to go into a direct loan for then the payments to start being counted towards the 120 payments. Now, this is a temporary waiver that is being used, and this waiver just recently started. It won't stay long. This waiver would end October 31st of 2022. So if you have a chance, please look into these updates to see if you are eligible to have your student loan forgiven. Trust me, I have looked with a fine-tooth comb to see if there's any way I would be eligible for this student loan forgiveness waiver, and unfortunately I am not. If I knew then what I know now, I would have taken advantage of this opportunity when I was working for a nonprofit for 4 years after college. So if we had counted that in the close to 6 years that I have working at the school that I'm working in, I would have been almost at the finish line, and I would have fallen under this waiver process, this waiver that they have for this year. So if you don't know about this, please get more information to see if you are eligible. So let's go over the changes. I know I had change the course of my thoughts, but going back to the direct student loans. So now you don't need, the payment don't need to, if you had made a payment under either the direct loan, the FFEL loan, or the Perkins loan, if you made a payment under any of these and you are working for a qualified employer, you will get the credit. So before, you would only get the credit under direct, but now you will. Another thing that is changed, in the past, you had to be under a certain repayment plan. Now, whatever payment that you made, even if your loans wasn't consolidated, even if it wasn't under direct, it is basically going to count. Even if you did not make a full payment or it was late, you still is going to get the credit. Another thing they changed is that before, you had to be currently working for a qualified employer when you submit the application for the student loan forgiveness program. But now you do not. You can be a job that you previously had, especially with this change. If you previously had payments that you wasn't sure of, that they told you wasn't eligible because you was paying under the wrong payment plan, this is an opportunity for you to go back and check to see if you currently are eligible now to get your student loan forgiven. So this is big. I know they have made some announcement that there have been already $11.5 billion dollars of student loan cancellation for over 580,000 borrowers. That's going to fall under this waiver, that they're going to be able to help get the student loan forgiveness. That is great news. It's good to see that, one, they are taking initiative. Our government is taking initiative to see what a burden that the student loans have on us. And if we are, like I am working for a state college, and I could be working somewhere else in the private industry. I could be working somewhere else in the Fortune 500. and of course be making more money than I am making now. But hey, I am giving my service. I am helping people daily. And I do believe that after a certain amount of time, having this opportunity to get my loan forgiven, that is like the icing on the cake. This is why I tell myself I am not going to leave my job, at least until my loans are forgiven. Because yeah, some of us have a lot of student loans. Some of us have accumulated a lot of loans over the years, and sometimes it's a lot of interest, because I would tell you, the interest on my student loans probably have almost doubled my student loan. And it's good to have things like this in place that is going to help us or give us some hope that eventually this huge debt is going to be lifted off our shoulders. So having a plan in place, even if it's not under the public service loan forgiveness, just having a plan in place altogether to trying to see if you can pay down these student loans and get rid of them altogether, that is great. So I encourage you, if you haven't looked into this, please do. If you're thinking about working for a nonprofit, if you're thinking about working for the state, the federal, like, you have this as one of the great benefits that you can gain from working for one of these organizations or company. So look into it. And if you have any questions, I'm going to put the links in the video to really go over, for you to have different information, different detail with the updates that's going on, and everything else that you need to know. And also what you need to know, if you have been under the forbearance due to COVID-19, your repayment are going to start back February 1st. There's no extension to it anymore, unfortunately. So now you really need to be prepared to either start making these payments, or you need to reach out to them to see if there's any ways that you can still continue a forbearance if you are not working, or if your income is significantly less than what you was making from before. So don't wait till the last minute to do it. You know how these people are. Sometimes it takes a while for them to, get back to you on certain things. Be proactive and get started as soon as possible to make sure you have a plan to repay back those loans. And better yet, if you haven't had any loans, don't take them. Find other ways to pay for college. Don't take them. And if you must, start repaying them right away. Don't wait, because it get worse. But so this is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you watch all the way to the end, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll see you in my next video. And as you can see, you should see some videos that's popping up right now that is going to basically let you know some great information on different topics. If you have a few minutes, go through my channel to see different videos. I try to drop different knowledge on different things. So I wish you guys enjoyed this video, and do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Until then, have a great day, guys.